1 year has passed since the release of the 9th generation PS5 and Xbox Series X consoles. Sony and Microsoft have experienced a number of challenges. They were trying to provide the best device for gamers. Perhaps the most important event of the past year was the lack of consoles due to the global corona pandemic conditions. The 9th generation had both positive and negative aspects in the video game industry at the time of the COVID-19 virus outbreak. On the plus side, it gave gamers a huge boost on 9th generation consoles. So that we saw record sales of these devices and increasing the playing time of gamers. The downside was the lack of components for mass production of consoles. This created a lot of problems for Sony and Microsoft. Many gamers who pre-purchased the PS5 or Xbox Series X could not get their device delivered on time. Lack of parts and delays in console delivery led to the black market for gaming consoles. Also, some profiteers hoarded these devices and wanted to sell the PlayStation 5 and Xbox X series at a higher price. However, the two giants of the video game industry worked hard to solve the problems. But there is still a shortage of chips for console production. However, the statistics show well that both consoles are in good condition. So many experts see the future of gaming consoles. Sony, like Microsoft, has launched two PS5 models. The only difference between the two models is that they are disk drives. Also, the PS5 disc-free model is available for sale at a cheaper price. During this year, Sony tried to provide a variety of exclusive games for gamers. The company has released Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales and Sackboy, a big adventure games for the PlayStation 5 console to begin. Also, the remake of Demon's Souls was another work of the day on the console. Subsequently, Sony released the exclusive games Returnal, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart and Destruction All-Stars. The high quality of PlayStation exclusive works has led many players to buy the PS5. It is worth mentioning that so far, more than 13.5 units of PlayStation 5 have been sold in the global market. Sony was able to experience the fastest console sales in the history of PlayStation with the PS5 console. So far, Demon's Souls has been the best PlayStation 5 game with an average score of 92 on Metacritic. It is interesting to know that Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales game has become the best-selling PlayStation 5 work with sales of 6.5 million copies. Also, the console's dual sensitivity controller is known as the first category to use haptic feedback technology and adaptive triggers. Microsoft has two console models for gamers. The Xbox Series X is the main console that has high processing power and runs games in 4K resolution. The Xbox Series S is a cheaper version of this family that uses less power. With its new consoles, Microsoft has experienced the fastest sales of all Xbox consoles. The company is reluctant to announce sales figures for its devices. But experts estimate that 8.5 million Xbox Series X units have been sold so far. Interestingly, the Xbox is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. To this end, more than 20 million people use the GIMP service. Also, thanks to the backward compatibility feature, players have spent more than 500,000 hours experiencing different games of previous generations. Forza Horizon 5 car racing game has been released for Xbox consoles for some time. This game has been the most successful game of this console so far. So that this game has received an average of 92 points from the Metacritic site. It is interesting to know that more than 6 million gamers have experienced this game so far. The brilliant performance of Forza Horizon 5 has earned it the title of the most successful and best Xbox exclusive game. The game was also the most important feature of the 9th generation Xbox console, according to Phil Spencer, head of Xbox.
And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream.
According to published statistics, the conditions of both PlayStation and Xbox consoles are very favorable. Although the lack of chips has made console production difficult, the two devices are still experiencing good sales. Sony and Microsoft have big plans for their new consoles. According to the list of introduced games, in the future we will see first-class and high-quality games for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. The second year of the 9th generation has begun and the expectations of gamers have increased more than before. So, we have to see how the problems of chip shortage will be solved. Also, the great works of these two gaming giants can increase the sales of consoles or not.